is a master of everything else. I am saying this because I want you to be very, very patient. All right. I want you to be very, very patient with everything. Okay. Let me say that again. I said a man who is a master of patience is a master of everything else. Friends, welcome to Matters on VOP 90.3 FM. Well, today is Thursday, the the ninth day. Is it the ninth day? The seventh day, I beg your pardon. The seventh day. And okay, yesterday was 6. A lot happened yesterday. Sorry, don't mind me. Just don't mind me. Don't mind me. A lot happened yesterday. That well, all thanks to God anyway. So welcome to Matters on VOP 90.3 FM. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, and this afternoon I have the CP here. I told you he's gonna be here with me today, right? So he's here. CP Chooks is just right here in the studio. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you, Ikami Judy, and
Yes.
to the listening audience.
You know, I told you earlier that a man who is a master of patience is a master of everything else. So you should get to master patience. Okay, patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. Patience is not simply the ability to wait; it's how we behave while we're waiting. So how are you behaving right now? I don't know, but then just be calm, okay? Patience is very, very bitter, but its fruits is sweet, very, very sweet. And we do hope that everything will be sweet in this country called Nigeria. So let's not be fury. Let's not be weary. Just be strong, calm, and collective, okay? My name is Jude. Feel free to join us on YouTube, and you can stream there. We'll get to watch us live, and of course, drop your comment. You know how I like it on this show? Yeah. All right. Then the WhatsApp number is also there. You can, feel free to join the WhatsApp. The conversation on WhatsApp rather. 0700 903 9039. That's a WhatsApp number. 0700 903 9039. Okay. And hey, much more later, I will open the studio line so you can be part of the conversation. It's going to be very, very beautiful this afternoon. Yes, I assure you. So let's settle quickly this afternoon. CP, I don't know how you want to react to these, but I want to go back to what happened yesterday, where the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, validated the election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. Satisfied that he's satisfied, being satisfied that the duly elected, person who is now the president. And well, some have said it's a no, 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 and some have said it's a yes, 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 yes. What would you say?
Well, we are law-abiding citizens, and the candidates of the opposition parties of PDP, Labour, APM, and all that felt otherwise and went to the Presidential Election Petition Court or Tribunal to challenge the incumbent president. And it took a long time. It took over 5 months for them to come out with their pronouncements or, the judgment of the case. And that's exactly what we saw yesterday. So we shouldn't have expected something different.
Oh, you weren't expecting something different?
I wasn't expecting something different from what we saw yesterday. So
you already knew this was going to happen?
I did. I knew it was going to come out that way, the way it did.
But some persons were rather optimistic that, it will go their way. yesterday.
Well, you know,
That was even before yesterday.
yes, you know, in democracy, we talk of due process and the rule of law. And what law are we talking about? We are talking about the 1999 Nigerian Constitution, which is the ground norm, and the Electoral Act. Those are the key laws, and maybe the guidelines of the INEC, which is their own administrative bit. So those were the areas that were focused on throughout the whole hog of the tribunal sitting. And the pronouncement came from the rulings we saw yesterday, which went ahead to confirm the incumbent president as having been validly elected as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That's exactly what we saw yesterday.
I like the way you put it too. You know, he certified that he was duly elected by, you know, a majority of the lawful votes, and that the petitions against Tinubu lacked merit and were liable to be dismissed.
That's what
It
we are told.
lacked merit.
That's what we are told.
It lacked merit.
Yes.
I don't know how you want to react to that. It lacked merit. All of the petitions lacked merit. Is that what it is, or a part of the a petition?
No, that's exactly what it is. So the jurists made us to believe, and we don't have a choice as Nigerians. In other words, there is no emotions and there are no sentiments. And what it portends is that the stakeholders or the key actors should know what to do without getting the larger public involved. Because the larger public are like spectators. It's like when there's a match that is going on, call it football match, you're only there to watch the match and clap for whichever side. While the players are, you know, spotted with their numbers, maybe 11 on this side, 11 on that side. So there's no way the match will end in a draw if there is a keen competition for a cup to be won or medal to be won.
Maybe I should boldly ask you,
Yes.
what's your conclusion as regards that judgment?
You know, that's why I said I didn't expect anything different from what I saw yesterday, because earlier on, if you had followed the trend and some analysis, there's one particular analysis that I always make reference to, the one by Olisa Agbakoba, SAN and past president of Nigeria Bar Association, who had been in legal practice for over 45 years and still counting.
Okay.
You know, he said that the direction the judiciary is going is something that is of serious concern. And from that day, I knew that all was not going to the direction people may think it will go. You know, because he gave two very key examples. He said that the first one happens to be the one that concerned the governor in Imo State, how from nowhere, from fourth position, he became governor of Imo State, courtesy of the Apex Court. That was a very strong signal from the past president of NBA. And he's made a second one, which happened even more recent in 2022. Whereby between 22 and 23, while there was primaries of the APC at Ego Square, somebody like Lawan, who was the then president of the Senate, and Ababio, who is the present president of the Senate, they were in Ego Square, slotting it out to become flag bearer for APC for the presidential election. They never participated in senatorial primaries of their parties, of their party rather, only for the apex court to award, the flag for senatorial position to the two of them. Which, I mean, as far as the law is concerned, it looks ridiculous, and at the end of the day, they are there back to the red chambers. How they did it and the calculation, whether mathematically or legally, nobody knows. So when you see things like this, that's why he said that if care is not taken, things will get to a point where there'll be clamor for whatever decision that comes out from some of those courts, especially the apex court, would need to go for parliamentary review. Because how can 7 people just sit down, take a decision that will affect their lives and people of over 200 million? And that message, because I watched the interview and I felt that he said that, look, if on points of law, you ask him to analyze what has happened on 25th of February presidential election, he will be able to tell you this is the direction it will go. But with what is seen in the judiciary, the thing may not go in that direction. That much more than what we don't expect may turn out to be the outcome. And that's exactly what came out.
Now, still, yesterday,
Yes.
the court further held that, excuse me, that the candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, failed to prove allegations of substantial non-compliance, amongst others, against Tinubu during the February the 25 election. Failed to prove allegations of substantial non-compliance. I really wanted to help us understand, what the PEPT meant by, that,
Well, there are challenges of certain key areas, starting from APM. In their own area, they were concerned on the area of the validity of the nomination of the vice presidential candidate, and see how that aspect was completely declined on the grounds that the matter has been taken care of at the level of the Federal High Court, which, as far as in the eyes of the law, I think, and many too believe, that that's not enough grounds to decline that aspect of the petitioner's request.
Okay.
Because that you were declined in a Federal High Court does not nail the issue, as the Federal High Court is not the last court where succor could be sought. You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
So nothing stops those, the plaintiffs coming to ask on that basis or on that grounds for the thing to be cleared at the Presidential Election Petition Court or Tribunal. That's one part.
Okay.
Then coming to the issue of the PDP APC in respect of the non-compliance you are talking about. They have presented their witnesses with their facts and whatever evidence available to them. And you find out that out of the 13 witnesses, they said that the 10 of them could not prove beyond doubts or could not convince the court that whatever evidence they came with complied with what is expected of them.
All right.
To prove before the court. And they went further that the issues of overvoting, manipulations, and all that they couldn't prove that. For instance, they were not specific as to the polling stations where the manipulations took place,
Exactly.
and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So the issue now is, even if you rule out those other areas, what about the other key points? I'm just trying to come up with areas that I'm sure would have dampened the spirit of the larger public and Nigerians. Because when it comes to issues like this, it's not issue of emotion or issue of sentiments. It's issue of law, And which law are we talking about? We are talking of the Constitution and the Electoral Act. These are the key ones that has to do with the elections. Now, in going further, you look at the issue of 25% in FCT. Go to sections 134, of the 1999 Constitution, and even 299. It is so expressly explained in those sections on what exactly constitutes the issue of FCT and 25%. It succinctly states that the candidate is expected to have 25% in 2/3 of the states of the Federation and the FCT. So for the thing to be given a different coloration and interpretation is something of very serious concern. Because if you look at the judicial precedents of similar issue that came up in 2003, 2007, 2011, and so on and so forth, the same matter came up. And it was clear that issue of 25% was very key. This time around, the thing took a different shape or dimension. That is the reason why it becomes imperative.
He said, look at what I'm trying to get. I've been trying to get a particular line.
Okay.
I think I have it now.
All right.
They said that Abuja has effectively become Nigeria's 37th state and did not require the hitherto constitutional 25% vote in a presidential run. That INEC was not under any compulsion to use beavers. That the electronic transmission of results was equally at the discretion of INEC. That Tinubu's $460,000 for feature, $460,000 for feature was not criminal in any way. And lastly, that the candidacy of the president was fit and proper. First of all, let's look at the first one.
Okay.
That Abuja has effectively become Nigeria's 37th state.
Abuja is not a state. It's a federal capital territory. It's very, very clear.
And did not require, the constitutional 25% votes in a presidential run.
But there has been previous rulings concerning this same issue. That's the reference I've been making to in 23, 27, and 211.
I again want to ask, is it that we don't understand the law enough, to interpret it? Or is it that when it comes to election matters, we now want to interpret the law in the way it will favor us? I mean, we have to ask questions.
Well, the jurists, for reasons best known to them, I don't know, had taken their decision and they have given their ruling. So it behoves on the candidates, because I'm sure that they will not be satisfied with the outcome of the judgment from the petition tribunal. So it's left for them to use the window available within the timeline to go to the apex court.
What did INEC say about beavers? The use of beavers.
Well, the INEC made it abundantly clear that with improvement in the electoral process for the integrity of the elections, that beavers will be used, whereby they will transmit the results electronically.
Okay.
That's the position of the INEC.
Okay.
Then for INEC to come out now and say it's not compulsory or compelling on them to still use it calls for a lot of question. Because if we look further, if we need to probe further, why then were the transmission going on for the National Assembly election?
Okay.
Why that of the presidential had glitch? It's $1 million question. But it's left for them to answer. I'm not a politician and I don't belong to any political party. I'm not a career member of any party. But I do my analysis strictly on objective grounds and on facts on ground.
That electronic transmission of results was equally at the discretion of INEC.
It is a very interesting development to hear these bits. But Nigerians are learning because from the development and from reaction of the public, it seems or it appears they are losing confidence in the whole process, in the system. And which tallies with what Olisa Abakoba SN had warned or had voiced out some months back in that his interview. You can look for that interview and listen to it again. And what all he has said came to pass.
So is it that henceforth, Abuja is no longer a big deal? I mean, if you do well in other states and you don't do well in Abuja, it's no longer a big deal. Or what is it?
Well, you know, from what we are seeing, that is the situation for today. Maybe sometime in future, the thing will take another shape or dimension. But let's get to the apex court and see what their reaction will be.
Everyone is talking about apex court, apex court, apex court.
Yes.
What difference will it make?
Well, it depends. It may be the same thing. But they just want to fulfill all righteousness. Let's go there and see what will come out from it.
Okay, let's just fulfill all righteousness.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Because citizens, I've listened to a couple of persons, even, callers.
Yes.
And some other media platforms say, we're not. I'm not sure that the apex court, they are not sure, rather, that the apex court will want to do anything different from what,
the same way you've been receiving. I've been receiving a lot of messages, calls, and so on and so forth. They feel that the opposition party going there is just waste of resources and waste of time. But I think in the wisdom of those parties, it will not be the proper thing to give up at this stage. That's why I say to fulfill all righteousness. They want to get to the end of the road to see what is at that point. So that in future, references could still be made that, look, so and so thing got up to this point, and this is what we were told.
The tribunal, also addressed something. Addressed both the pre and election matters. Also argued that the issue of $460,000 allegedly forfeited by Tinubu to the United States government following his alleged involvement in drugs dealings was not a criminal forfeiture. No, I want us to just review this and see, what we really don't understand. As a media, it's our duty to help people understand what's really going on. And that's why we're here. It's according to what they're saying, it was not a criminal forfeiture.
That's the position of the court. That's the court ruling. And the litigants have no choice than to take it the way it is. On the alternative, when they get to the apex court, whatever prayers they are making, we'll see whether something different will come out of that.
The panel, in a unanimous judgment, held that the petitioners, all Atiku, Peter Obi, all of them, failed to prove allegations of irregularities, 1, failed to prove malpractices, 2, failed to prove corrupt practices, 3, failed to prove substantial non-compliance, 4, among so many other things. Like, so it means that there was no need going to court in the first place.
That's what the tribunal has told us. And that's why I said that the plaintiffs...
But I remember during election...
Yes.
You remember a whole lot of things happened.
Exactly.
The destruction of ballot papers and all of that. You know, Togri, we had... You remember that woman that was stabbed?
Yes.
You know? And...
But the tribunal have told you, or rather had told you, that you could not prove any of those things. So what do you expect? Are you going to fight the tribunal physically? You cannot. So if you feel that they've done the wrong thing, the window is open. Go to the apex court and get them to give you judgment different from what they have given.
Specifically, the tribunal held that neither Atiku nor Obi was able to prove alleged incidents of overvoting.
Yes.
We heard about overvoting almost in all states. Ekiti, I recall somebody mentioned Ekiti and I think Oshun and some of these states.
But they didn't prove it before the tribunal. They didn't prove it beyond doubt.
Well, I just wish I just want to understand more, you know, what happened yesterday. But then, what's it called? Tonye Cole, you know, the governorship candidate of APC in Rivers State in the last election, you know, described as unfortunate situations where election matters are decided by the judiciary rather than by ballot boxes, you know. He went for that to say, he said a lot of things, but what I picked there is that he said election matters are difficult to prove in court. What do you have to say about that?
No, but that's exactly what we have seen.
It's difficult to prove in court.
Exactly.
Why? Because the court should be the last hope of the common man.
You can now see why some people got so worried that they came up with billboards, all eyes on the judiciary. It's like their fears are coming out to be confirmed, sort of. You know, because it seems that they didn't have confidence in the judiciary when it comes to election matters. And from the rulings we have just seen, seems to, in a way, confirm those fears the public has been having or nursing.
And as part of reactions, Afeni Ferry, you know, has congratulated President Bola Tinubu on his victory. The leader of the organization, Chief Ruben Fashoranti, you know, in a statement, you know, said the judgment will deepen democracy.
What do you expect?
That judgment of yesterday will, of course, deepen democracy.
Well, that is what we have for now.
Wow. Well, he said that the victory is a challenge on the current administration to actualize various promises contained in the renewed hope agenda. You know, that's what he said. I just want to throw, you know, light on some of these things, you know, as we move on, because pretty soon I would want to open up the studio lines because it's voice of the people, and I also want the people, you know, to have a say in this because it directly concerns them. But before I do that, I just want to bring out some, you know, a couple of responses here and there from some persons. Now, let me start from the president, the former president, what he said. He expressed his satisfaction with the ruling, of the tribunal, which affirmed the victory of President Bola Tinubu. According to him, it's just okay. He's hailing, Tinubu's victory, and he says tribunal has written history. What do we say as regards this?
Well, I mean, as far as the law is concerned, the provisions of the law is concerned, the petition tribunal or court was constituted legally. It's lawfully constituted. And based on facts presented before them, whatever they have come up with by way of ruling is, it's okay for now. So if anybody feels aggrieved, the court is open, the apex court is open for such litigants or, those affected who feel aggrieved. They can go there and continue the pursuit of their ambition to realize a ruling or judgment that will be in their favor. But whichever way it goes, then so be it at the apex court.
Now, let me point out some facts here. The president said the tribunal, the former president rather, said that the tribunal has written history by, withstanding intimidation and all manner of prejudice to deliver justice according to law and to a majority of Nigerians whose wish has been for the choices they made to be respected. In quote now, he said, if anybody has won today, it is democracy and the people. Adding that with the verdict of the Supreme Court, the election period is over and it is time to put the heat and dust behind us. From here, the new APC administration led by Asiwaju Bola Tinubu should get the support of everyone in order to deliver the promises it made to the people. And hey, are you sure, CP, that some persons are willing to, put the heat and the dust behind? Really?
You see, the issue is this.
Considering both parties.
Well, the contestants or the gladiators, if I should put it that way, those who went to the petition court, as far as they are concerned, to them, they have not seen justice because it's like a lot of things are mixed up there. That is why I believe they will still go to Supreme Court. And if at the apex court they fail to get what they want or their aspirations are not met, that does not stop governance from, moving to the next level. But at the same time, it is also not expected of them to participate in whatever that is being done by way of running of the government. It's not compelling on them. So there are two ways to it. If they want to participate, so be it. If they want to go their way, by way of consolidating on their private businesses, so be it. So it's like a test case in deepening the democracy. At the end of the day, whatever comes up or comes out of the Supreme Court will be another reference point for the future. It will now make those who are directly involved, the politicians and the gladiators or the combatants, so to say, to now know how to prepare themselves for future elections. And at the same time, it will also make the larger public or the electorate to now know how to participate in future elections to be sure that whatever they believed would have been wrongly done in the past elections may not repeat itself in future elections. So these are the lessons I believe would have come out in the entire process up to this point of going to court and possibly going to the apex court.
As part of the reactions now, gotten so far, Dele Momodu, has also expressed, his feelings. In fact, he said, in quote, he said, "I watched in utter amazement and wonderment how our constitution was brazenly and deliberately turned upside down by those who lack a sense of history and careless about the verdict of history. What all men and women of good conscience should have for them is pity and not anger." He said, "Nigeria shall be free." Nigeria shall be free. Okay, I still want to take some, reactions, those who reacted, to that. But there's one huge one very, very big one, that some persons are just really not finding funny, is the one by Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri has scorned the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, over his defeat. In fact, he said, let me just say, he said, Peter Obi can never be president of Nigeria. And a lot of persons are asking why he said that.
Reno Omokri is a one-man's voice. If he has, the way he has been talking shows that he has personal grievance against the person of Peter Obi. Why wouldn't he come out?
Okay.
If he's fit enough to contest for any office, let him come first, join a political party, pick membership card, not talking and hiding in one place like a coward that he is.
No, you have to withdraw that statement.
No, I cannot withdraw the statement because
that's wrong.
No, you know why I said that? You can't be hiding somewhere and be raining abuses on a particular candidate. If you feel strong enough, come openly. It's like the man sitting in Finland that calls himself Simon Epa and instigating a lot of mayhem and carnage in the southeast. What Reno is doing is similar to that. So if he wants to be a politician, let him come home, and pick his card, nobody stops him from joining any political party, and come out and contest like others. Why would he target one particular person? Maybe because of hatred based on the man's tribe or the man's religion, and always he's focused on that man. It is very, very unfair and anachronistic for him to continue to maintain that position. I stand to be contradicted anyway. I mean, as far as his comments about the man is concerned, it's very, very unfortunate and unacceptable. I am not saying this because I'm not a politician. I'm not in any political party. I am a very objective person. I say things the way I see them. I do a very objective analysis. So when I see somebody getting off the track, I will not feel in, hitting the nail on the head the way it is. And that's why I made the comment I have made about the man. And if he feels aggrieved, let him come up and challenge me on that. And at the appropriate platform, I'll be ready for him.
He said Obi would never smell, the presidency owing to the intense ridicule and trolls he was subjected to by his uncloud supporters, in quote, the obedience.
You see, it comes back to that area I was hammering on, based on hatred and possibly ethnicity and tribalism put together. That's what the man is expressing. Why will it be just the man? Why would he be? His emphasis will be on Obi. Is he the only candidate? That's the $1 million question. He's not the only candidate. Why would he not focus on the party as a party. If he hates the party, why would he not focus on why would he be talking of the man as a person? He's being unfair to the man. And people like us who are not, who dislike, that attitude, cannot keep quiet when we see things like that. We have to challenge it and tell the persons concerned, look, there is a limit to where you bring in this, your hatred, and sentiments. Enough of that. Enough of that.
Amazing is, this afternoon, I just really want to put things in the right perspective, one by one and calmly, okay? I'm analyzing these issues without fear and without favor.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
According to his tweet, I will read it out now. Okay, let me do that now. He said, Peter Obi, I am waiting for you in 2027. Okay, no, before that, let me also bring this to the fore before I get to touch on that. Now, Omokri swore Obi will never smell the presidency owing to the intense ridicule and throws he was subjected to by his uncloud supporters, the Obedience. Now, he claimed that the extent of the ridicule meted out to his family alongside himself was such that has never been done, by anyone. Now, he now went further to say, Peter Obi, I am excuse me. He said, I'm waiting for you in 2027 and 2031. God sparing my life because of what you let me just say exactly how it's written here. Because of you and because of your mannerless faces did not I think this is too heavy. Let me just leave it there.
You can see the hatred.
It's quite heavy.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You can see the extent of the hatred. That in fact, anybody that gets to this extent is beyond politics. It is so that if he has his way, he will send Obi to his untimely grave. Yes.
No, I think he is saying this because he said nobody has suffered from your ill-mannered followers like me and my family.
Which
the backlash and all of those words.
Hold on. Where is the nexus between supporters of Labour Party and whatever he had gone through with them? What connection does that one have with Obi as a presidential candidate of the party? Is there any place, does he have any single evidence that Obi came out and told his supporters to begin to pursue Omokri? On what basis? Who is Omokri? In whatever calculation you are making politically, is there anything like Omokri politically? Absolutely nothing like that. So as far as it's so infinitesimal.
Okay.
When you're talking politics and politically, considering wherever he comes from and whoever he is. So why should he single out one particular person? Because of his hatred for the Southeast. That's the way I see it.
Is that what you think?
Yes, that's what I think.
The Southeast.
Until he contradicts that. Because everything he'll be talking will be Igbo or Igbo. Why? Why should he degenerate to that point or to that extent? What has the Igbo man done to him? It's very, very sad and unfortunate. Anyway, his own is just one side talk. We have other better issues to talk on than Reno. Who is Reno? He's so insignificant and
all right.
A protage of start protage.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's be mindful of our words.
Yes.
Right?
I will always defend what I say. Anytime, any day, anywhere.
I'm still on responses.
Yes.
A brother of yours, Ebonyi State Governor Francis Nwifuru, has commended the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal for upholding the election for President Bola Tinubu, and he said for him the victory is well deserved. It's just okay. I'm mentioning this because, you see, some would say your brother going against you now. In fact, some feel that the Igbos should be one, no matter what it is.
No, in politics,
some also feel that
you are trivializing
the Yorubas.
it.
No. Hold on. The Yorubas are supposed to be one.
No.
When it comes to that is the opinion of people when it comes to politics.
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
We are not ethnicizing politics.
But that is what is on ground.
It is not.
That is what is on ground.
No. People you see, the thing is clear. The political class seem to pitch people on basis of religion.
Because it is only when it's election, when the
you
election
now
is
get
around.
where I'm going.
Yes, that you see people say, this one is this one. And this one is a Christian. This one is a Muslim. This one is from this. You understand? That's what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is that the political parties are structured in such a way that they draw their membership across the 36 states and FCT. So you cannot call APC a Southwest party. It's not possible. There are so many Igbos who are members of APC. The same applies to PDP. You can't say PDP is a northern party, because if you come to southern, southeast, even southwest, Bode George, for instance, is a key member of PDP. People like Edele Momodu, he's a member of the PDP. And the same applies to Labour. They cut across tribes and all that. So if somebody from southeast comes out, people like Rochas or Okorocha, they are PDP members. Hopus Odema, they are APC members. People like Hopus Odema is a member of the APC. The Wafro, you have just said, is a member of the APC. So there's nothing wrong in him trying to project or propagate his party. It's not an offense. So I dislike.
He's just being a party man.
Being a party man. I dislike a situation where people will say that somebody, because he's a member of PDP or he's a member of APC, he's anti-Igbo. No, I am against that. In my own school of thought, people should not view politics in that direction or in that line. Those who project these sentiments are just doing it for their selfish reasons and motives for them to win elections. It's not as if they have very strong footing. Maybe they believe that it's only sentiments that can sway their supporters for them to succeed in elections. Those are the people that preach religion, and those are the people that preach tribe, and those are the people that preach region. So for you to grow democracy and deepen it, we should not be looking in those directions.
The governor, praised the tribunal for standing with Nigerians, adding that they stood firm and unbiased to uphold the nation's democracy.
Statement of a party man. So, there's nothing wrong in that.
A statement of a party man.
Yes.
Voice of the people, 90.3 FM. Well, in case you are joining us, thank you so very, very much. Thank you and thank you and thank you again. Let me now touch on, before I touch on Peter Obi's response.
Yes. Yes.
Let me touch on Atiku's response, first of all.
Okay.
Yes. First of all, Atiku is I think he should be addressing a world press conference by now. If he hasn't, I think he will address a world press conference today. And for him, he's a no. And I think his lawyers have also said that they will be going to the apex court. And again, I still want to ask, what will that give him? I mean, even if you get to the apex court, how far? What's up? What would that change?
No, you can't say that. It's his fundamental right to do that. And he must have been doing that to prove a point. He may not get what he wants exactly, but like I said earlier, to fulfill all righteousness, there's nothing wrong in that. So he's very free to go to apex court, but him getting what he wants is a different matter altogether, you know. And the same applies to Labour Party and any other party that, well, I wouldn't say any other party, but for all those parties that went to the presidential election petition tribunal, those are the ones that can still go to Supreme Court. If you did not participate ab initio, you cannot go straight to you can't. So it's limited to those three key parties.
So everyone is heading to, I mean, these three parties are heading to the Supreme Court. Now, I want to, let's be fair. Let's just come out from this other angle. Don't you think we should just put to rest the dust of conflict, the dust of judicial conflict, and maybe embrace this administration and, you know, together we can do it. I mean, let's put on the do it spirit, this together spirit. Don't you think so? I mean, let's be united to move this. This government forward. Let's help this government succeed. Don't you think so?
No,
all parties. I mean, everyone. No, let's just put this behind. At this point.
No, the thing is this: all the parties are doing their thing. It's the beauty of democracy. It's political. That does not in any way touch on the unity of the Nigerian nation. When it comes to issue of governance and the unity of the nation, nobody is doing anything contrary to that. What is being contested by the political class and the gladiators is who should be in the villa. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's the game thing that is just playing itself out now. Who is supposed to be in the villa? And whoever is in the villa, is he supposed to be there or is not supposed to be there? That's just a contention. It has nothing to do with the unity of Nigerians as a people or things that will move the country forward. No, things are taking shape, things are already in place, and the nation is moving forward.
Article says we got judgment, not justice. There's a judgment.
Yes.
But they didn't get justice.
That's why he said he's going
Peter
to
will be saying
God.
He got judgment.
Yes.
Not justice.
That's why they want to go to the apex court to see if they can get justice. According to them, I'm not in any of their parties. I'm not in any party anyway.
Okay.
I'm just being objective. I'm doing an objective analysis.
I would love to quote him. He said, judgment has just been delivered, but we have not received justice. Luckily, the Constitution has given us the right to go to, to appeal. This is a court of first instance. We still have the right to go on appeal to the Supreme Court. And you see, this is a struggle that is not just for our client. I mean, the lawyer is speaking for Atiku now.
Okay.
But for the constitution of the country, for the rule of law and democracy. We were expecting an outcome that will improve, encourage the use of technology, to enhance election management, to enhance transparency, to enhance accountability, so that Nigerians will believe in democracy, so that Nigerians can come out in their masses like they did to vote. We don't want Nigerians to be discouraged. Now, I wouldn't want to, I don't know if time will permit me to touch, on what's going to happen during the next election, preempt in 2027 as regards voters coming out.
No, their party is already setting in because from the pause we are feeling from the public. If you had if you have watched some videos, you would have seen whether he's a lawyer or he works for a lawyer or something, went ahead to burn the wig that is used by lawyers, saying that as far as is concerned, there is no justice in this place called Nigeria. I mean, such thing is enough to dampen the spirit of the larger populace. Some have even concluded that they are going to destroy their voters' card, to the extent that some were saying that this PVC, why were they deceived into going to collect PVC when they knew that all those things were just like charades, and I mean, they are not really useful. So you can see the apathy is already setting in. How do we manage that? In other words, they have lost total confidence in the electoral process, and the commission responsible for management of elections in Nigeria. I mean, a situation where the INEC has been, positioned in such a way that they can say one thing, tomorrow they will reverse it 100%. Like, if they said there was going to be IRF, suddenly something happened, it is now clear from the ruling that it is not compelling for them to use that IRF.
Okay.
That whether they decide not to use it again cannot be an issue against the INEC. I mean, going back and forth is really affecting the psyche of the people. That's what we have just witnessed, and I believe and seem to think that such positions will really affect the attitude of the average voting population of Nigeria in future elections.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Don't worry, I think I'm getting close to, opening up the studio line so you can participate. Okay, I just want you to call in or send your message so I can get to read it. But hey, now finally is Obi's response. Yes, that's what I want to touch on. Peter Obi has vowed to appeal the judgment of the Presidential Election Petitions Court that upheld the election of Bola Tinubu. Now, Obi is saying that if we are not careful, our electoral jurisprudence will vanish. If we are not careful. Now, we're talking about the lawyers. You rightly also mentioned now that the video, we mentioned the video where a lawyer is saying burning is weak.
Yes.
And now we want to now find out what will happen if everything goes this way. In the next 10, 15, 20 years in this country, what would the judiciary look like? Where it's supposed to be, like I said, the hope of the common man, last hope of the common man. And if we feel the judiciary is not up and doing, is not be living up to expectation, then in the next 10, 15, 20 years, what will it be like?
I'm worried for the future generation, because if things continue to go the way it's going, it may come to a point where people will be taking laws into their hands.
Are you sure Nigerians are ready to do that?
It will come to a point people will go for self-help. Because, it will be like a jungle where might will now be right. Because if you think and believe that you can get justice before the temple of justice, before the courts of competent jurisdiction, a lot of people will do certain things that will be unthinkable.
I think Liviu Nzoku also mentioned that yesterday. In quote, he said, if we are not careful, our electoral jurisprudence will eventually disappear. I am saying this with every amount of sincerity, because when the litigant, when those who contested the election continue to find it very difficult to establish their case, due to obstacles on the way, starting with INEC, certainly they may resort to some other means of trying to get justice.
And that is self-help.
Which may not be lawful.
Yes, that is self-help, what I've just said. They'll take laws into their hands. But I don't pray for that. But I'm worried. In the next 10 years, if things continue the way it's going, it will be really not palatable for everybody. Though I don't pray for that anyway.
VOP 90.3 FM. All right, let's go ahead to open up the studio lines now. Yeah, now you can talk. Okay. Let me give you the opportunity to participate, like to talk. But then please keep it very, very, very civil. Please keep it very, very civil and be as brief as possible. A whole lot of persons also want to air their own opinion. Okay. Or just get to YouTube. Like I said, we're streaming on YouTube. VOP 90.3 FM. Just get to the search bar and type VOP 90.3 FM. And of course, get to the comment section and you can see a whole lot of comments there and several persons joining us just on YouTube right now. Just go there. Now, aside that, we have the WhatsApp portal also. Our WhatsApp number is 0700 903 90399. Right? Okay. Again, 0700 903 9039. But then if you want to now call in, okay, you're free to do that. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Again, 0700 903 903 903. Endeavor to, again, like I said, keep all comments very, very civil. Thank you so very much. Let's get to the phone lines now. And hey, if you are sending a message, also send a readable message. And so you won't have to blame me for not reading your message. If I am not reading the message, it means that message is full of what do we call that again now? There's a word I want to... The message is full of glitches. Exactly. Yes. So let's start from here. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gide. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon to you.
And good afternoon, Mr. Sophie.
Good afternoon to you too.
I want to ask you a question, Mr. Gide. I don't know if you read the book, The Animal's Farm. I just want to ask.
By George Orwell.
Okay. I think you can compare the situation of Nigeria with that book right now. And if you read that book, you will see that at the end of the book, something happened. Just like the CP said, when the animals found out there was no more work for them, that was not the agreement at the beginning. When Napoleon became a tyrant, the animals decided to take the law into their hands to free themselves. I think Nigeria is going towards that direction because, to all sincerity, the people have tried, they've respected the constitution, they have been patient, they have trusted the system, even though the system was not to be trusted. But this is where we find ourselves today. So you can see that the people can deceive themselves and say, oh, the election was fair and fair. But you have to see that from the mood of the country. The majority of Nigerians, are they happy with the decision? That is to tell you that the election was not fair and fair. So we should be very, very careful, because if it ends like the animals farm, I don't think everybody is going to laugh at the end of the day. That is my contribution. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much. There's something I really want us to understand is that, asking for violence is a no.
Of course. Nobody will ask for that.
You understand?
Of course.
So please, if you're calling, let's talk about violence at all.
No. Nobody should talk about that.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Ash.
Say that again. Okay, but your line is breaking up. Go ahead, please. Let's try.
I think we all love this country. And we must be basically treating each of the country with the love we have together. Most of the time, I have observed with children's attention.
Hello? Oh, I said your line wasn't too clear. Maybe you can call back, huh? Yeah, please do call back if you can. Oh, thank you. 0700 903 903 903. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good
Hi.
afternoon.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, C.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Very good to hear from CP. This is Dominic calling from Austria.
All right, Dominic. Let's go.
Okay, Ikabejude, I want to make one statement. You see, in life, you cannot beat a child and ask him not to cry. We all know goat. Goat is an animal that even the kids can play with. But it comes to a time that when you push the goat to the wall, you have no option not to turn back and retaliate. Why I'm saying this is that we Nigeria in diaspora, I must tell you the truth. We are totally disappointed with the judgment of yesterday. I have been in court for a judgment here in Austria, which lasted for 7 good hours. Ikamejude, I was given a break 20 minutes every 1 hour. They give me a break for 20 minutes every 1 hour for 7 hours. I've experienced how judgment is being judged. What happened in Nigeria is an artificial intelligence judgment. It already been programmed and kept. Because why? The judge who is judging the case, you cannot see his face, only his voice. Who does that? When Ekoremadu was being jailed in the UK, we saw the judge face, speaking, seeing his reaction. Nothing like that. And at the end of the day, 25%, even a learned judge here in Austria, I spoke about this 25% with him a day before the judgment. He told me that and mean inclusiveness. Then why did the judge now use section 299 to talk about section 134? When he was reading the section 2, why don't he start from section 1 of the constitution, where prescribed that Nigeria is a sovereign state constituted of 36 states and a federal capital? Why don't he start from there? Start reading it. He went to section 134 and he jumped to 299. Ikabejude, I have to tell you the truth, we are not happy. We are being stabbed on our back yesterday with Nigerian diaspora. And we know that the judgment was being programmed to favor the ruling party. But one thing I want to let you know that we Nigeria, we cannot continue living a slave in a Western country. We put our money back home to feed our family. At the end of the day, the government are not appreciative. Let the worst come very soon. Thank you very much.
No. You shouldn't say that, please. The best will come. Okay? Yeah. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ikamejude. Good afternoon, Mr. CP. How you doing today?
Good afternoon, AY.
Good afternoon, AY.
Good afternoon. Yes, it's always a pleasure to talk.
Yeah.
Today is a good day. Today is a very good day. Because I think I always, anytime I call you, I sound the same mantra like a broken record. I say Nigeria is not a country. Therefore, there are no citizens and you have no rights. You feel me? I always say that. I think the court case yesterday, it really, I wasn't surprised. As you well know, Mr. Ikamejude, we have conversations off here, but I basically told you the judgment before it was, today, and I was 100% right. Because I know my country. I don't live in a la-la land. I'm a realist, so I know my country. And you know your country too. You can see all the institutions around you are broken and corrupt, stinkingly corrupt at that. So why do you expect the judiciary in a country that you know very well, that you know what's up, as people would say? Why do you expect justice from that kind of institution? To me, it was puzzling why any reasonable person or any person that has been following the whole charade from the conclusion as could come to any different result. For God's sake, the justices said it was not their prerogative to help them find evidence. Mr. Ikamijude, this same judiciary gave INEC 5 judgments that says you must provide every single document to the political parties. 5 different times the judiciary that they did not release the 18,000 blood results. They did not release it, but they still went ahead with the charade. Mr. Ikamijude, there are 18,000 blood results in a presidential election, sir. Until I am talking to you right now, sir, we do not know the figures of this. We do not know the figures on these results, but yet a winner has been announced, and yet the Nigerian judiciary has assented to it, saying, you do not need numbers to win an election. You do not need numbers. All you need is the INEC chairman, as it has been proven time and time again. Mr. Kamije, we don't have figures for the result. Listen, we don't have figures for the number for the result that was announced. And everybody is going around. Nothing is happening. People going around like nothing is wrong. The constitution being violated. This is not a country, but I look forward to a country one day. But this is not a country. Have a good day.
Well, sometimes just whatever you want to say, endeavor to just keep it civil. We are in a country, all we need is for our leaders to do something good. Do the best. Help us have help us breathe. As it were. So, okay. Good afternoon to you. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Kohli from Bagada.
Okay.
Now, in shocking in yesterday's long and well-prepared judgment is the fact that nothing was said about all the infractions on the part of INEC, as enormous as these were, including frustrating the litigants from having access to public documents that they are actually entitled to have. And then nothing was also said about so many other injustices that were done to the brothers on that day, those that were wounded and so on and so forth. And then again, that judgment of yesterday looks as if a situation whereby the effort of all the staff and the other lawyers that that worked on the part of the petitioners, there was no effort. In fact, the voting amounted to nothing. And then just imagine the number of these people. Are they not vast in law? Are they not educated? That 5 justices were able to point out all these things. And at the time they were crying that they had no access to the documents that INEC would give them, it seemed they were helpless. With all these things that are happening, where people are continually losing confidence in the judiciary, are we going to do better than what we are today by bringing in foreign investors? I think we should know that we are doing on ourselves. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. 0700 903 903 903. A couple of messages here already. Okay, maybe after this call, I'll start reading the messages one after the other. Okay? Just still keep it 60 seconds for us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
How is Iba this afternoon?
Iba is good. It's cool.
All right.
Actually, see what God did yesterday now. judiciary is the hope of the common man. And I used to say that judiciary is the most responsible institution we have in Nigeria. The judiciary was the only one standing before, but now they have joined the queue as resource, education, transportation gone, INEC gone, now judiciary is gone. You see, yesterday, judiciary, they were talking about respondent, second respondent. Do you know that the article yesterday was the third respondent? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, the article yesterday was the third respondent. Even like if people be charged them to court, that people be challenge their victory. We are just behaving like people that participated in the election. And that is too bad. Look at the 2003 now, when they said that they will judge according to the Supreme Court judge. They were a Supreme Court judge concerning the double nomination. They will say that Supreme Court judge is law forever, even that is elected, control the electoral act. Now, yesterday, Buhari and the Obasanjo, 2003, talk about it. 2003, the Supreme Court, Buhari challenged Obasanjo that did not make prepared of the don't get prepared. Supreme Court, when you get Supreme Court now, that's a judgment that Abu doesn't need to tell in Abuja. What you need in Abuja is 25%. And that was the judgment. And these same people that were judging matter yesterday said that the Supreme Court judge is the law forever, that they were referring to the judgment of Supreme Court. Why didn't they refer to that 2003 and see the 2007, 2011 judgment? Okay, now, why is the subordinate court, like appeal court, passing judgment against, contrary to Supreme Court judgment concerning 25% in Abuja? And yesterday was like constitutional. They were just creating constitution, making constitution, forming constitution, not even the judgment. Okay, now they were not even us the voters, we Nigerians, with the electorate. They didn't make everything they were talking about was just to favor Tinubu. They were not that 18,000 polling, about more than 9 million people were involved that went to electorate, to polling unit to cast their votes. Some lost their life, some lost their health, some got serious injuries. 9 million, more than 9 million people. And when you are talking of technicality that people, human beings went to polling units and casted their votes. The technicality that we choose our leaders. And you are now 5 of you now that will tell us who will rule us in Nigeria. Out of the settlement, what you have received, out of the fact that and it is too bad. What is happened in Nigeria yesterday was obituary to judiciary. The truth. It is obituary. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so very much. Let's take some comments now. This person says that the tribunal judges gave the judgment. The people must come together to ensure the abnormalities relating to elections are corrected. Otherwise, impunity and thuggery during elections will persist. Frank Conero sent that from the United States of America. Thank you so very much, Frank. This person is saying, my honorable advice to PDP and LP: do not approach the Supreme Court because it will be a waste of time and resources. Way forward. Forget about 2023 election and start preparations for the next election. From okay, I think that's nice. That's nice. To me, as per yesterday's judgment, it is not yet over till after the Supreme Court. So I can't. Well, I don't understand what you're trying to say there. This person is saying, I thought that Nigerians are seeing it all when the judiciary made fourth man winner in Imo State. But what happened in Presidential Tribunal yesterday proved and convinced me that the country has lost, and the danger in it is that to correct an error, you keep on lying and do more damages. It's a pity that Nigerians are in this mess. Chika Bender from Trade Fair sent in that one. Thank you so much. Please just take it easy, huh? Take it easy. Just take it easy, I beg you. Let me help you read your thoughts. All right, good. This person saying PDP has rejected the outcome of the tribunal judgment, and I urge opposition parties, especially PDP, to get prepared to. No, you can't say that. You can't say that. I told you, help me read your message, okay? It was obvious that the judges have erred in their judgment. So after the whole evidences before them, all they could say was that petitioners did not state the PU. How? So they didn't find anything good out of the whole petition brought before them. Anyways, judiciary have done what to the country now? Well, this one is saying Ifeanyi from Mafoluku. So after all these eyes we looked at the judiciary, they still have minds to do this. Well, all eyes on the Supreme Court. Oh God, it's very, very funny. There is no need for LP and PDP continuing with the legal suit. Supreme Court with should simply put a seal on the illegality. Even our constitution dipped in the ocean. Illegality has been legalized. Moving on in, subsequent elections will be in the arms unless something give. We have one party sides. Okay. Just keep it civil. I said, please, I want to ask you a question. With this kind of judgment, would you allow any of your family member, even your enemy, to go out and vote? Please answer me. My name is Kingsley. CP, maybe you should answer Kingsley.
It's well.
Yeah. Are you done?
Well, do you blame the man? Because if you look at what people went through, so many were traumatized, brutalized. Some lost their lives, and it just ended like that. So tomorrow, you now put your life or your lives on the line for people who don't even know whether you exist or not. It's not worth it. So that will be part of the contribution of the apathy I mentioned earlier. It will contribute to voters' apathy because people will feel they are no longer safe to come out to vote.
CP, hear what this person is saying. He said, with these unsatisfied and uncustomized election judgment given by the tribunal yesterday, I will never again vote in my life. I rest my case. Engineer Austin from Ejibo.
I told you I've been getting messages and calls and all that. So many say they are going to destroy their PVC cards. That they are no longer interested in what is going on here. And it's very risky for them to come out to vote.
Akone from Molodia Papa is saying, I can never vote in this country again. Please, Obi should go and rest. He tried. Okay. This person is saying, yesterday taught me a very big lesson after the judiciary review things concerning the election. One, I regretted trying to cheat when I was in school. Mostly high institution. No, I wouldn't want to take this comment. I wouldn't want to read this comment, please. I'm sorry, okay? Well, this person is saying, please, this judgment is unacceptable by Nigerians. Yeah, of course. We've heard you. The judiciary is a beneficiary of yesterday's tribunal judgment, not the citizens. It's very, very clear. Adediji sent in that one. Let's see more now. Okay. Thank you so very much. From Benin Republic. Now, Carlo from Benin Republic, because of, to me, vote this election made me to transport myself and my family to Nigeria because of this last election. Is that what you're trying to say? And you got what now? Okay. Thanks so much for your impact on the program and all that. Okay. Hey, just keep it civil. I want to read your messages, okay? Okay. Good afternoon, Ikami, Judy, and CP. Greetings, sir. I am not surprised yesterday's judgment by the judiciary. It is very clear now that the APC government has made it clear to 250 million Nigerians that FCT is no longer Federal Capital Territory. It's now addressed like any other state, which means the total number of states in Nigeria, 37. Abi?
That's unconstitutional. You can't say that FCT is a state. It is not. It's the Federal Capital Territory. If it is a state, it will have governor, it will have State House of Assembly, it will have the full structures of states, to have a state house and all that, which is not the case. So people should not take what they listened to yesterday to be serious when it comes to the status of FCT.
Good afternoon, Mr. Host. My name is Nemeka from Ejibo. My brother, when justice is delaying, that means the nearest buyer has got the judgment. This is another shame on us. We are calm and waiting, please. Ogachuks have the right to call that man any name more. You have hate man. Oh God. Oh God. Good afternoon, VOP and your guests. The way judiciary is going in Nigeria is very bad. And INEC, to me, I don't think I can vote again because it's useless to waste your time for nothing. If I sent in that one, several other messages, but then let's see if we can get. I'll read more of the messages, okay? But then let's take more calls now first. Then we'll come back to that. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, Mr. Dekami Jude. Good afternoon, sir.
Wow. My name is Ikami Jude.
Okay. I'm so sorry if I did not pronounce it very well.
All right, go ahead, please.
I want to greet CP. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you too.
Yes, sir. Now, this is Monday, calling from Lagos. You know the part of Lagos I'm calling.
Ejigbo. Is it?
No, not from Agege. Say.
Okay, all right.
Now, thank you very much. Now, Dekami Jude. You see, you love politics, and we self will love politics. But those people in power think that it's only them will be doing one man show. Because one, those oga at the top, they will filter their own talk, and we the poor masses, the common people, they will throw our own like a chaff. Because they don't care the happiness of the people, and they don't see our faith as a human being. Now, some people are condemning Obi because it's an instant pass. That is an instance. And they see us like a bias. And the way the court is judging the case is like all the whole masses, all the whole points were given to only APC. Some people did not vote for PDP. Some people did not vote for Labour Party. Well, it's truth, they say, because when they are chasing the masses like a chicken in every polling unit and say that it's only them have come to stay. But in everything in life, you will always have enemies. But at the end of it, truth will always come out of it because truth is very bitter. But if you hearken to it, it will set you free. These people are hardening our minds to not vote again. And dare it today. Whether APC rule us for 8 years again, we did not mind or care, but they are rubbing their image and their name to the mud. And they will always have one record that Mahmoud Yakubu has disobeyed, and all the old courts have disobeyed the order of the law because they are only celebrating APC. But God in heaven knows the rightful winner. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too. This person saying the tribunal has made mockery of the judiciary in the eyes of Nigerian and the world. Judges that were supposed to reel out judgment are the ones defending APC and Shatima, as well as berating the LP and the PDP. For the what are you trying to say? For the continuance of the judges, you can decipher the judgment was handed over to the judges. They were jittery and incoherent while reading. Kenneth, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
you're
afternoon.
here. You're here.
Good afternoon.
Be coming down.
Can you hear me?
Be coming down. Be coming down.
Okay.
Calm down first.
My name is Mr. Amadi, calling from Airport Road.
Oh yeah, now let's go. Huh?
You know, INEC, Mahmoud and the other the spokesman, all along that they're giving us this promise that they're going to do this thing, portray it under this electronic device. All over and over, even to enter to going to State House to promise us and for this thing. And I think the court almost, assess evidence, eyewitness. So, but what I'm trying to ask, all the acts of Senate and have uploaded at the same time, at the same second, at the same minute with the presidential election, and when the election was going, and they did not give us a clue that something is happening until they finish their duty. Why? Are we not the people that or the INEC own Nigeria? I just want to ask this question.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Good afternoon. For me, there is nothing like election in this country. INEC can go on and select anyone that elect anyone that they want and make him or her. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. My name is Europe.
All right.
I'm calling from the state.
Let's go quickly, please. 60 seconds.
Sorry?
60 seconds, please. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay. I say my contribution as regards what the issue ongoing is Nigerians are mourning not because of the justice that was. Nigerians are mourning because judiciary is dead. Nigerians are mourning because in Nigeria, when contesting people, you don't need to campaign again. Rather, try to do the best you can to fight over the INEC chairman. You must, whether you compete or not campaign, you get to where you are. Must get to your position or get your desire.
Okay. Okay.
That is my humble
submission. Thank you so very much. Talking about the tribunal judgment of yesterday that are still being condemned, would the judgment have been fantastic and excellent if Peter Obi was favored by the judgment? The truth is, a particular part of the country is always full of complaints, and that will not take the country anywhere. Alex Solomon sent that from Isheri. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name, please. It's quite noisy over there. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mosoluku. Just see me by my name.
All right.
I just want to ask a simple question. If people did case to court of the Supreme Court now, and if he did not win the Supreme Court, is there any other court? Is there any other thing that he can do if he did not win the Supreme Court?
Okay. The CP will answer you. CP.
Apex Court. That's the Supreme Court.
Yes.
That's the final court of the land. After that, the next court is with God. So, if you get to appeal to Supreme Court and whatever comes out there, so be it. That's the end of the road.
Okay. Let's go here. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. 0700 903 903 903. Good afternoon to you.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
I really enjoy your guest analysis.
Can you move away from your radio set, please?
Yes, sir. I'm calling from my radio.
All right.
Hello, sir. Are you seeing the complaint from the people? They moved the nation to say bad. Right now. People are not really happy with the whole thing. It's just a case of total shambles. In fact, it's a shame we want to concept in Nigeria. Honestly, sir. So I think at this juncture, I don't even know where are you going to? Where are we going to? It's a big shame. You can see that almost 90% of your callers are very bitter. In my street here, everyone is bitter. Nobody is happy with the whole class, with the election data, with the report. Nobody, no one person is happy. Except those who are gaining from this wicked pleasure. It is well, sir.
Thank you so much. It's well. All right. This person is saying, I stand with what elder statesman Bode George said. It's abnormal for just 5 judges to decide the fate of more than 250 million Nigerians. Why are lawyers manifesting what God called them in Luke chapter 11, verse 52? God said, well, you can go ahead and read that. I never expected anything different yesterday. This is our country, and we know as they go. I'm Monjay from Egbeda. Good afternoon, VOP. Nigeria is, well, it is unfortunate. We are to believe that we have 37 states in Nigeria. Are we to believe that EU report is actually unacceptable? As our judiciary turned to one party? This is food for thought. Chiba is sending that from Surulere. Demola from Ikotun says, good afternoon, Nikami, Judy and CP. With this judgment given by President's Tribunal, well, this judgment is a daylight robbery. Okay. Good afternoon. It says, please allow people speak their mind. I beg of you. It's not over yet. They are speaking their mind. They're speaking their mind. Okay. I'm trying to look at the comments very, very closely. Let's go here first. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Sorry, move away from your radio set and call me back. With yesterday's court judgment, it means a government institution like INEC have the right to deliberately frustrate and deny citizens their fundamental rights to have access to public documents against the Freedom of Information law and get away with it. Is that what you said? By accepting the 2023 election, it means that the election was election board declaration. Please just keep your comments civil, okay? Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon,
Yes, good afternoon.
Mr. Fiti, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you too.
My name is Mr. Divine CJC from Oshodi.
Okay.
What I want to say is that if you watch all your callers and all the testers, you see that all of them are directing to one point. So who is the supporter of this APC? And what I think we have to do for this country is to tell the INEC and the judiciary to tell anybody that want to contest any election to come and pay themselves. They will choose whom they would like to come to become the president or the senate or whatever. There's no need of people suffering, spend the whole day on the sun and rain to vote, and their vote will not count. Only for one person to come and pay, review the allowance of the judiciary, the allowance of the lawyers, only for them to declare criminal. Why the end of suffering to vote? So you want to go to, you want to put the anything to go and meet INEC. Pay INEC. If you pay higher, they will give you the portfolio.
Well, sorry, just you have to. Let's just keep it civil, like I always say. This person is saying, I concur with the verdict. I only blame those. What did you call them? I only blame those LP counsel for not voiding those lacunas in their argument or presentation. I advise LP not to approach the Supreme Court again, as preparation for 2027 should kick off with good strategies and techniques. Thank you, Douglas, for sending that in. Thank you. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gibe.
Hi.
Yeah, it's Ijeoma from Ejibo, please.
60 seconds.
Yeah, my greeting to Ogachi first.
Good afternoon to you, Nemeka.
Ogachi, may God bless you, my brother.
Bless you too.
Gide, my people say, Ibe Mala is Yoku, man is Akazo Dinia. Any justice that goes against the truth, that is somebody has taken that somewhere. And let me tell you, my dear, yesterday we took it ourselves again to the world. Again, with more shame on our face. Yesterday we took it ourselves again to the world that we are not among the human race. It's painful. It's very, very painful. You know why it's painful, my dear today? Watch the city, watch the country. The country is mourning. The country is quiet. When there is a right justice, you will see education in the country, in the town. But when there is a wrong justice, you see the country mourning. Make this money no lead us to anything bad. That is what I'm praying for. That elders will be in the land, looking at the truth. The Lord is truth. The Lord is truth. They call it irrelevant. May God bless all of them.
Thank you.
This is all what I have for them.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Nemeka. Thank you so very much. CP, there's a question here. He said, how can we get it right now? We have protested. We have used our voters' card. We have gone to the police. We have gone to the judiciary. In all this, there was no justice. Please, sir, what else can we do? Thanks.
Well, the only advice I will give is to continue to be law-abiding. It's not compelling on you to go and exercise your franchise, if that will threaten your life or cost your life. So there is no rule or compelling reason for you to go and vote. If you feel that there's no level playing ground, you can decide not to vote. So nobody will beat or flog you. Even if it is 1 million total vote cast that will produce president or governor, so be it. That's the situation we have just found ourselves in.
Good afternoon. The judges say Peter Obi and his team could not indicate where those blood results were coming from. And I ask, how can you bring blood results and you don't know where you brought it from? Judah, there is one man called Nnamdi Kanu who said that the planned next president of Nigeria is Tinubu, and he has come to pass. Tell them to please release our leader to tell us their next. Okay. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Judy.
Hi. Good afternoon. Welcome. Quickly, please.
Yeah, I'm Isaac.
All right.
You see, I want you to understand something. There is no way you beat a child and your show will not cry. You know, my truth is different from your own truth. We all these political parties have their own supporters. Tinubu has 8 million supporters. Obi has over 6 million supporters. I think over 6 million supporters. So definitely, we should expect this response who are loyal to their candidates to say this went well. It will not go well. Definitely, when you are beat.
Very much. I think, hey, CP, it's time to go. Your final shot, please. Quickly,
well,
let's wrap up.
My final advice to Nigerians is to take things the way they come. They shouldn't be violent. They should not encourage people to take laws into their hands or seek for self-help. After all, I don't know if whoever wins or whoever remains does not translate to the person who is trying to cause chaos in the society of gaining or losing the most important thing we are looking for is good governance and how to get ourselves out of the economic mess we find ourselves. So people should try as much as possible to be lawful in their activities and to be law-abiding. That's my suggestion.
Thank you so very much, CP, for coming. And for those who are still calling or sending their messages, see, I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow from 1 p.m. Okay, and tomorrow is going to be Open Mic Friday, where you have the opportunity to, speak. Okay, the time is fast spent. We really have to go check your time now. So tomorrow I will be here. We'll talk more. A whole lot to discuss tomorrow. My name is Jude, Ikami Jude. Don't forget. And on social media, I am Ikami Jude. We can talk more there also. Ikami Jude is spelled IKAMIJUDEH. Again, IKAMIJUDEH. One word. I love you so much. Thank you. I'll be here tomorrow. Do have a beautiful day today. Bye.
Dear valued listeners, we believe